Hello, loves. Let me get all this set here. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. The fit for this video is very fit for what we're going to be talking about today, which is all about dry skin and winter skincare, cold weather skincare. So, yeah, let's get going. First of all, we have just a little housekeeping thing. The first weekend in December, I'm going to be, if you live in the Austin area, Austin, Texas area, I will be at the Dripping Springs Market on the first Saturday. So I think that's the 6th or the 7th of December. And so definitely come to that. Support all of those artisans. Second weekend of December, the 13th and 14th, I believe it's a Saturday and a Sunday, I'll be with Vibe Artisan Markets on the east side of downtown Austin. So come and support. Soapbox for just a minute. It's really important to support your local artisans and your local farmers and all of that during the holiday season. It's just such a better product. It's well made. It's usually maybe the same price or a little bit more expensive, but you're getting a lot more quality. You're actually supporting a family and their goals and their income, things that they have to do, and not just some big, corporation. And you're supporting your community. The past few years with all of the supply chain and things that have gone on, it's maybe been hard to get certain things. And if you know these local artisans and local people and you have connections with them, you really can, make good connections, buy products that are good for you, that haven't traveled, thousands of miles or even across the ocean. They're here, they're made, and they're just really great. And you're supporting a family and ballet lessons and soccer and maybe buying a car for a senior that needs it, or just putting food on their table. So, and when you do that, you're having this attitude of gratitude and being thankful. And I've had a lot of people who have said, I only have this much amount of money and I can't spend that, so I'm just going to buy junk. That's not what they said, but I'm saying, stuff from that it is just low quality and just fills. Well, and I understand that to a certain extent, but maybe have a different type of giving heart where you're giving just a small thing, not as much quantity, but just a little bit. That is from a local artisan or a local farmer. But okay, off soapbox now. All right, let's talk about skincare. We are in my apothecary and it is a mess from all of the holiday fun that is going on, getting ready for markets. And I told you about those a little bit ago. And yeah, let's get going on skincare and what kinds of things help with winter skincare. The air is dry. It takes the moisture with it a lot. It's usually a little bit more windy in the winter. And so let's talk about things internally that we can do for winter glowy skin. The first thing is to stay hydrated. It's really common to drink more dehydrating beverages in the winter, such as coffee, tea, like chai teas, which I love those things. They're great. And maybe even alcohol. Alcohol is definitely more consumed during those times. And so it's all about balance, right? You need to make sure that you're drinking your water, that it's minerally charged water, whether you put mineral drops in it or if it's spring water, or really good water, not tap water. Tap water can actually dehydrate you some, so make sure you're just buying filtered water. And I'll put some links below on some mineral drops or some things. Even just putting sea salt in your water, a little tiny sprinkle, putting lemon, lime, orange. Those are great things to do during the winter time. Cranberries are wonderful for this time. Even different kinds of herbs can help your body assimilate the water different. So mint and sage and yeah, lavender even. You can put, pretty much sky's the limit with that. So experiment with it. Sometimes if you get bored with water, sometimes I do just drinking regular water. Yeah, experiment with how you can make your water better, but make sure you're drinking a good bit of water and staying hydrated. If you're drinking a cup of coffee or a cup of like black tea during the winter time, balance it by drinking a cup of water with that. And if you're going to drink alcohol during this time, you know, have a cocktail, enjoy it if that's your thing, but then have a glass of water. So make sure you're really trying to hydrate. Okay, so other things that you can eat or consume that help is broth. Broth is one of the most amazing foods on the planet, in my opinion, but it's really great for just your skin health. The gelatin, the collagen, it gets into and helps your gut as well as helps your skin. So getting broth into your diet is a great thing. Making broth is very easy. You can find the recipe to making broth on my website. And it's just a real nourishing thing to do in the winter time. So making soups are great for making broth. Have soups. I mean, that's got to be one of the most healing gut foods that you can do. Also greens, winter greens. There's so many winter greens out there, and they grow really well in Texas here, but in the north as well. So greens are wonderful for just kind of nourishing the skin from within. So think collard greens, think kale, think mustard greens, cilantro, your lettuces, and all of those things. They're really good to add to your soups. I don't love them raw, especially in the winter. Try to eat more cooked foods. That gives you more moisture, and that's great. So your winter fruits are like pomegranate and cranberries and lemons and limes and oranges. So keeping those things, do you see how those have a lot of water in them? So it's really good to eat those as well for your skin health. And next thing is, you know, when you're washing your hands a lot, taking a shower, when it's cooler outside, it tends to strip. It's really funny to a lot of people that know me, but they know I don't use soap on my face. I haven't used soap for a long time on my face. It's just something that I don't feel is needed. I feel soap is very stripping of oils. Every once in a while I might use soap, but it is like a very rare thing if I have like face paint or something. But even more than, you can just use water. You can use oil. If you wear makeup, oil is a great thing to take off the makeup on your skin. Now, if you've been using soap for a long time, it does have a little bit of an adjustment, but things like honey and clay, which we're coming out with actually a new cleanser next month, that's just honey, clay, and some herbs. And that is more effective at lifting everything off than like a Castile soap or a soap would be. So I would recommend, you know, really watching, is your soap really drying out your skin? And soap is also very alkaline, so your skin wants to be more kind of on the acidic side, but it can't be, because when you're doing all this very alkaline soap, it has a hard time getting back down into that good pH range where it thrives and is glowing. So think about an alternative to soap. I've got some blogs on my website about it, but definitely reach out to me if you want me to give you some examples of some things, and I'll put some stuff in the bottom of notes here. So overwashing your face definitely can be something that makes it dry. Same with your hands. You'll notice when you're in the winter time and you're having to wash your hands a little bit more, that your hands just get really dry. They can get cracked. So having a cream or a lotion or whatever, a serum that you can rub on your hands after you wash them, or just using a natural soap, or even just really rubbing your hands can help after you've washing wash your hands. So same goes with showering. When you're in the shower, when you're using really hot water, which I love me a hot shower and a hot bath, but it can actually dry out your skin. So after you get out of the shower, after you get out of the bath, make sure you're like putting on an oil, make sure you're putting on a lotion or a balm or something, kind of when your skin's still warm out of the shower, and that will help lock in moisture. So yeah, those are some good things to do when you are needing to kind of gather that moisture in. Okay, another thing that someone asked, let me see, I'm gonna make sure my phone is acting strange. The light's going in and out because the sun is shining outside and it's beautiful. But if you notice it getting dark and light, that's why. Somebody asked me what products do I love for skincare in the winter. And I think that it's really important to use a thicker moisturizer. Even in Texas, where it's not like super cold days on end, it can be really important. Just the air is drier, and in your house, the air is drier. Some people use a humidifier. That's up to you, but you just need a little bit more moisture on your skin. So our Rooted Glow is one of my favorite products for winter. We've had this product for several years. We only put it on the site during the cooler months. And it is got rose and carrot and cranberry and vitamin E, and it's just this beautiful color. And it's really great for after you've washed your skin and toned, and then you add this as a serum. You're probably gonna need some extra moisturizer on top, but this is just a great way to tone the skin. It brightens it. Rose is very wonderful for brightening, and so is carrot. Carrot also has a mild SPF to it. So if you're going to be outside, this is also a really good one to use on your skin as well. So this is the Rooted Glow. The second one that has been my favorite lately is a saffron green tea serum. And saffron is an amazing herb. Most people think of it as a spice, but it has been proven in like several studies to be almost as effective as an antidepressant, which is amazing. It's very good and calming for the skin, calming for the inside, but also calming for your skin too. And so people use that as kind of a supplement, but then you can use it as a supplement on your skin. And it's just really beautiful for calming and soothing. Saffron is. Green tea is really great for brightening. So consuming green tea is a really good thing, but also putting it on your skin. It can help just brighten, you know, when your skin in the winter just gets real dull and kind of looks bleh. Well, one, you're not getting enough sun, probably. You're not outside as much, but two, you just kind of dry and dull. So this kind of helps brighten and help you glow a little bit. Saffron and green tea are also really great for when you are going to get some sun exposure, because it helps assimilate red light and absorb red light into your system, which is really good for healing, for just a medicinal quality. And also if you do, like, it's all the rage, all the red light masks and red light, you know, saunas and glow, this is also a good one to kind of apply for that. So these are the serums that I love for the winter, and I use these kind of on repeat. And then we have a couple of heavier moisturizers that I think are really important to use on top of these, or just on top of your other skin regimen that you do. These can be a great like sealing balm at night. You want to add a little bit of extra at night because it's great for just kind of sealing in the moisture for whatever you're ending up doing with your skincare. But the Moon Cream is one of my favorites for the winter. This is a really popular one. This is a beaded moisturizer. So it's real interesting when you look at it. It's like, whoa, it's like all sorts of little tiny, you know, beads. And what this does is you have this in your hand and then you rub it to let it warm, and it just melts into this like beautiful, like buttery, beautiful salve. And you put a light layer of that on top of your skin, especially at night. But if you have really dry skin, you can even do this during the day. It depends on, you know, what kind of skin you have. And this just protects. It's got kokum and mango butter. It's got the Nilotica shea, which is my favorite type of shea butter. And it's just got, you've even got a little coffee in it. So it helps kind of repair and restore the skin and make it just really nice. A little bit of spearmint and geranium in there as well. So that's a great night cream or morning cream, whichever works for you. Then the farm cream, which everybody loves, and it's great for, it's beef tallow, so it's grass-fed beef tallow. And it's got some other things. It's got some honey in there because I love honey. Honey is amazing for the skin. And it's got some chamomile, lavender, calendula, some other things in there that just make it really lovely for a nighttime. This is also great for your hands, the farm cream is, or, you know, the body if you need some of that extra moisturizing. So these are my favorites for the winter. And I think they're great to all have and just kind of rotate on repeat. You know, getting, you know, after you wash your face, putting on a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. And that keeps your skin's moisture kind of locked in. It helps it moisturize and just looking a little bit more bright and alive for the winter time. Some other things people have asked, you know, what are like some other things that are important for skin in the winter? Well, they've now proven that blue light, so the one coming from your phone right now as you're watching this, can damage your skin and help it to become more wrinkly, aged, and dry. So putting down the phone at night is pretty important. You can also adjust your blue light on your phone to be more red or orange, which is a little bit more nourishing and healing if you need to be on your phone at night. I know I have a teenager that's out late for work and other things, and so I have to keep my phone kind of near me, but I just make sure it's a very low light and it's not, you know, I'm not scrolling hours on end at my phone. One, it helps my nervous system, which is also a big part of dry and wrinkly skin, is making sure you're calm and you're trying to reduce stress, which can be very hard during the holiday season. I know it can be for anybody going through. It's a lot more full, there's a lot more things going on, but just trying to keep balance. So blue light, that means putting all the lights down in the evening, maybe lighting some candles, getting a, hold on, it's getting dark again, my phone. Okay, getting things just like candle down in the evening, not watching, you know, some of your favorite Netflix shows really late at night. Those kinds of things. So blue light can have an effect on your skin and have an effect on it being dry, being wrinkly, and aging. Another thing is making sure you're getting a little bit of sunshine. I know it can be hard to do that in some of these climates that are really cloudy, snowy, cold, but just getting outside, maybe at sunrise, that helps your hormones to start going for the day, which can help with dry skin. It also helps with you know, aging on the skin and just the whole hormone, your cascade hormone. You've probably seen a lot of people talking about it lately, so I won't go into it, but it's very important to get out just for a little bit of time so your eyes can get that sunlight in them, or even if it's not sunny, it still gets those signals and can help with vitamin D and all sorts of other things. And the next one for dry skin is sleep. It sounds weird, it sounds counterintuitive, but sleep is so important for all things and all skin. So if you are not getting hardly any sleep or you're not getting into your deep sleep, make sure your room is dark, your room is cool enough, it's not super hot in your room, and get that good beauty sleep. It's beauty sleep for a reason, and it also is healing for a reason. So making sure that you're doing that helps. Okay. That's it for me for today. I hope you'll grab your products. Hope you'll come and see me at the markets. And that's it for our little glow video for today. And we will talk soon. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye.